Good day. We are Team T1 from ITS 122P BM11. Our project is called By the Bella, a web-based system for a student-owned clothing business. Today, we'll walk you through our project, its features, and the live demo of the website. Our client is Carmen Arabella R. Bernardo, who runs a second-hand clothing shop on Carousel under the handle at the Pop Bella. As her business grew, she found that Carousel's limitations in terms of product organization, inventory, and branding were holding her back. That's where our project comes in. Based on the client's requests, we set four main objectives. First, to develop a dedicated web application for her business. Second, to give customers a more organized and user-friendly way to browse and purchase items. Third, to give the admin, which is the client, a centralized system to manage products, orders, and transactions. And fourth, to help expand her customer reach beyond what Carousel can offer. Working with our client was a smooth experience overall. Communication was easy since she responded clearly and promptly. She was also available most of the time, which made coordination convenient. The features she wanted were straightforward and well defined, and she kept us updated with feedback throughout the development process. For our learnings, the project also taught us valuable lessons. We learned that gathering all the necessary details up front makes the development much smoother. We also realized how important active communication is. It ensures that both the developer and client are aligned and satisfied with the outcome. Lastly, we found that regular feedback from the client helps keep the development focused and on track.
Now let's talk about the features of the system. By the Bella has two types of users, the customer and the admin, each with their own set of features. On the customer side, users can register and log in to their accounts. From there, they can browse and filter products by category, condition, or price. They can add items into their carts, place orders, and upload their GCash payment proof directly on the site. After ordering, they can track their order status in real time. And once delivered, they can write reviews for the products they purchased. On the admin feature, the business owner can add, edit, and delete products from the catalog. She can manage product categories and choose which items to feature. On the homepage, when a customer submits payment, she can approve or reject it with a reason. She can then update the order's fulfillment status from processing to shipping to completed and manage customer reviews by replying or removing them as needed.
Following with the demo, let's start off with the customer side. Customer side, starting with the homepage, which features a short introduction about the owner of the shop. It also features filters, a catalog of both featured items, and new arrivals. It also shows a quick and easy to understand process of how the shop works, short form reviews, social media platforms, then finally a short about of the store. Next is the shop tab, where it features a detailed catalog of the available items to purchase and a filter system. Uh, for example, in the filter system, you're looking for an item that's a dress. It will then show just a dress. You want it to be brand new. Then let's say, for example, you want it only 200 to 500 pesos. Then there's your item. You can also clear the listings, the filters. Then you'll go back to square one where you'll be able to see everything. But in order to purchase an item, you first have to register, which I'll show you in a while after we go through all the tabs. Following is the About page, where it shows a page that shows the story of the store's owner, the purpose, and its origin. Next is the Review tab, where it shows customers who have purchased items from the store, comments, and items they have purchased. Next is the FAQ, or the Frequently Asked Questions tab, where you'll be able to see questions that has answers quick and easy. For example, I have a question regarding the payment process. I simply just have to click on this drop down and it will show me an answer regarding my inquiry. There you go. In cases that you have further questions or much more specific questions, you may click this Contact Us button to contact the owner, which then leads us to the contact page where you'll see the owner's email, cell phone number, and their social media pages. Finally, I'll show you the register system using the group's details. Then you'll be able to see the difference of what it looks like once registered, the buying process. Then after I'll sign out, then sign in again to show the login process. So first we'll register under the name team1, uh, team1@gmail.com. Fake number, password of, oops. It also shows that you must have at least 8 characters for a password. Mm. Oops, that's my mistake. There we go. So I will now show you what it looks like. It used to have the login before you can buy. Now you can now add to cart or buy now. And for the reviews, you can now add a comment or just a review. For the purchase process, let's say for example, I want to purchase this dress. Simply you have to add to cart, check my cart, and proceed to checkout. Wherein it will now give me the details tab wherein I have to input my details to process the purchase. So for this, I will now just input legitimate details for the sake of my privacy. There. And then next is payment. So it will now show you on how to pay for the actual item. Wherein it will ask you for the reference or proof of payment via Gcash. And let's try with an image. And there we go. Then after you have paid for your item, you'll be able to track it. Then it's on the admin side for this to be updated. So now I will show you the sign out then sign in again. First is we log out, then we log in again. Here we go. We have logged in. So that concludes the customer end of the website.
Now, moving on to the admin side of the website. So similar to the customer side, there's also a login feature for the admin in order to ensure that the website is secure. So I will just log in. There we go. So now in the admin side of the website, we can see several pages here shown on the left navigation bar. So there's the dashboard page, the payments page, orders page, products page. So here's the payments, orders, products page, reviews page, and the edit profile page. So in the dashboard page, you can see here the full analytics of the sales and orders made in the website. So here you can track the payments, the orders, the products, and the reviews made by the users. So as shown here, my teammate earlier made a purchase. So you can see that pending verification here at the bottom. So we can move to the payments and we can see here that the payment that and we can choose to review it. So now we can either approve or reject that payment. So let's say we will approve. So now the status will change here. So we can also see which ones are pending, which ones are approved, and which ones are rejected. So similar to the orders, you can see here which ones are still being processed or which ones are completed. So you can change either it is being processed, being shipped, or it is already complete. So now let's update the status and it will update accordingly. Now for the products page, here the admin can either add, edit, or remove products. So we can see here all of the current products that are available in the website. So now I will be adding a product. So in order to add a product, it is needed that you have several details such as the name, the price, size, condition, as well as a description. You can also add which categories it belongs to. So let's say it is a sleeveless tops. And you can even add new category types. So I will add an image for the product. So here is the image. And we can also select whether to feature the product or not. So for now, I will set it to featured. And we can save the product. So if we go to the customer side of the website, we can see here in the shop. So as you can see, the product is now added to the customer side of the website. We can even see it here in the featured pieces. So let's say we want to edit a product. So this one. So it's currently belongs to sleeveless and tops. So let's say we want to edit this and change it to not be featured, as well as set it to uh, jackets or outerwear. So we will update the product. And if we go to the customer side again, so it's still here, but it's not in sleeveless and tops, but it's in jackets. It's also no longer featured in the main homepage. So you can also delete the product that we just added. So by clicking delete and going back again to the main page or the customer side, you can see that the product we just added is no longer here. And lastly, for the reviews, we can see which customers reviewed which products, as well as edit or reply to those reviews. We can even delete our reviews here. So we can filter these ratings. So 4 stars, which products, and we can even search a specific customer name. So for the edit profile page, we can just change the details of the admin login so that it is more secure. So that is it for the final project demonstration of our group. And that's all. Thank you very much.